This is Talk with the Times at the Loudoun Times-Mirror in Leesburg, Virginia.
Hello and welcome to Talk with the Times. I'm your host, David Onofrio. Joining me today is Bob Chase, President of the Northern Virginia Transportation Alliance. Bob, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you. Sure, being here.
There's a little bit of a thing going on here in Loudoun County. The countywide transportation plan is before the Board of Supervisors, and there have been a lot of people coming out and speaking about it, obviously your group being one of them. Why is this plan before the supervisors so important to the future of Loudoun County?
Well, a good transportation system is critical to Loudoun achieving its vision, really. I mean, Loudoun wants to be a place with good jobs, with affordable housing, with the ability to preserve open space in the western part of the county. And the transportation network really is the key to that, to provide the access to people to jobs, to provide the protection that we need for the access we need to Dulles Airport, and also to protect rural roads and to protect the western part of the county.
There are some things that Loudoun County obviously does somewhat successfully on the transportation level, and also that you see in this plan. What are some of the successes that are out there for you?
Well, certainly the good things are Route 28. I mean, Route 28's been a huge success in the plan. Would widen that, would add a couple of lanes to that. Route 7, they're going to upgrade Route 7 to take all the traffic lights, 6 signals off that between 28 and Leesburg. That's big. Route 50 is going to be upgraded. Route 606 is going to be improved dramatically. There's a Dulles Loop in there. Of course, Metro Rail is in there. And they've got a fairly extensive transit network in there, and bike paths and pedestrian sidewalks and trails and things like that. So there are a lot of good components in the plan.
You're starting to see some of the early successes, some of these overpasses, especially on Route 7 at Loudoun County Parkway and River Creek Parkway. But there's more coming, hopefully, with this plan, correct?
Yes, yes, sir.
Great. Obviously, those are some good things we hope to see. What are some of the breakdowns and the failures that are happening in the county right now and may or may not be addressed in this plan?
Well, one of the main concerns we have is the lack of connection to other jurisdictions. I mean, it's particularly a problem in the south. I mean, there's Route 659 relocated, which will be North Star Boulevard. South of Route 50, the Planning Commission has proposed reducing that from Plan 6 lane to 4. Gum Springs Road is planned for a reduction of from 6 lanes to 4 lanes, which really constrict the ability to move people north and south and get people. If we're going to create jobs in Loudoun County, people have to be able to get there. The same is true of Route 15 north of Leesburg and Route 9 west of Hillsborough. I mean, right now those are planned as 2-lane rural roads, despite the fact in 20 years they'll be carrying 40,000 vehicles a day, which is the equivalent of what the Dulles Greenway carries. And we feel in that case you need to build alternatives to those facilities to preserve those historic corridors, but to provide an alternative for that traffic volume to move.
Right. And you're seeing in other jurisdictions, on 15 in particular, in Prince William County, pretty close to Route 66, the expansion there to 4 lanes, and that has really increased the capacity and the ease of transport there.
I mean, in Loudoun County, it's not just a question of Loudoun County is going to add 200,000 or 300,000 people in the next 20 or 30 years, but all the jurisdictions around us. I mean, Maryland, Frederick, Winchester, West Virginia, Prince William County, Fauquier, tremendous growth all around Loudoun County, and a lot of those people are going to be moving through Loudoun County, and many of them coming to Loudoun County for jobs.
You talked about a couple of those roads that are on the plan from 6 lanes maybe being shrunk down to 4. You've heard some people say that this plan is fundamentally flawed. Is it?
Well, those are certainly fundamental flaws. I mean, the key to transportation planning, to any type of planning, is to preserve your options. You know, Loudoun County prides itself in preserving sites for schools, for fire stations, for parks, but you have to apply the same principle to transportation. We've got to protect the option to provide the capacity in key corridors that we're going to need. Now, if for some reason you don't need it, then you've got a little extra grass there. But if you need it and it's not there, then you have Fairfax County.
Right. And just to be clear, just because it's something on the plan says 6 lanes eventually doesn't mean that tomorrow we're going out and paving 6 lanes, right?
No, but if you need it 20 years from now, more importantly, if our kids need it 20 years from now, and we have abandoned it, then we've done a great disservice to our kids and future generations.
And Fairfax has had that problem before, right? They've given up right-of-way, and now they're struggling to recapture it.
Yeah, 40 years ago, Fairfax thought a smart planning was taking roads off the map. Because if you did that, then the people wouldn't come. But the people showed up, the roads weren't there, and they have terrible congestion, and they have no options. What we're saying to Loudoun Board is protect your options.
Right. Well, Bob, I'll get you out of here on this. You talked about it a little bit, but what is there a direct connection between roads and good road planning and jobs and economic growth for the future of Loudoun County?
Absolutely. To have the jobs that we need here in Loudoun County, we've got to have the transportation network, roads and public transit, to get people to those jobs. But again, a lot of the people who are going to work in Loudoun County are going to come from other places, and right now we're choking off the key access points to Loudoun County.
And Bob, what are the big dates coming up for the Board of Supervisors?
The Board of Supervisors is most likely going to get the recommendations on the 23rd. On July 6th, they're required to vote by July 6th.
There's a lot on their plate, a lot for them to contemplate.
It's a very important decision.
Very important. Great. Bob, thank you so much for being here. This has been Talk with the Times with David Onofrio at loudountimes.com.